Jackson was asked yesterday, how's he going to look in this new offense? Lamar answered he'd be doing, quote, less running and more throwing. A little bit of a change in identity here. Shannon, do you want to see Lamar run less, throw more?
I want to see Lamar win, and if running less helps him win, I'm all for that. It's about winning now. He's got the bag. He's got the financial security that he wanted, and so he doesn't have to worry about, man, Lamar Jackson's one hit away, and he's not going to get paid. And I'm all for if throwing the football is going to happen. They've revamped their offense, Skip. They've signed Nelson Aguilar as a free agent. They've signed OBJ as a free agent. They drafted Zay Flowers in the first round.
They did.
So they've done a lot of things to give him. They kept Mark Andrews, who's one of the top 3 receiving tight ends in all of football. So they've given him weapons in order for him to succeed at throwing the football. But now it's just about winning. And so whatever it's going to take, he has over 4,400 rush yards, Skip, in his first 5 seasons. Obviously, that's the most. That's 1,230 more than Cam. The Baltimore Ravens are 16-1 when he runs for 90 yards. But the problem is the hits. He's taken 877 hits. That's far too many. And so I'm all for it. I want Lamar to succeed now. I think that, they can't blame Greg Roman anymore. They got Todd Monken. Emphasis on throwing the football. He says throw, throw, throw. He wants to throw for 6,000. You can throw for 3,000, 5,000, 6,000. I want to see Lamar Jackson win and get a team and get the Ravens to the Super Bowl. That's what I want to see.
Okay. I hear everything you just said, and I co-sign. But I have one big concern.
What's that?
I'm still a little raw over what happened to Robert Griffin III. Very different circumstance, but coming out of Baylor, I thought he was really good. I thought he could be a little better than even Andrew Luck could be in the National Football League. He backed me up his rookie year. He won Offensive Rookie of the Year. He had a better year than Andrew Luck did as a rookie, and he led a Washington team coached by a guy you know pretty well. Both Mike and Kyle Shanahan coached those Washington, what they used to be, to the division title. And all seemed great until late in the year when Robert couldn't figure out how to slide. And he hurt his knee, and then against Seattle in the playoff game at home, a game they led.
He originally hurt it against Baltimore, the Ravens. He tried to slide, and he got his leg bent some kind of way when Lodi Nada
got him. Got him good. Helicoptered him. And against Seattle, they had him dead to rights. And
it was up 14-0, right?
Up 14-0, going in to score. And he tweaked it again, and then it went. And when it went, it completely went. It was wrecked. And then we went through this highly publicized rehab period, and it was no good. And Robert got a little too full of himself. But the problem was,
he was doing a documentary.
What's that?
He was doing the documentary about his rehab. Plus he got married in that offseason.
He did. And the next thing I hear from people inside the Washington front office is that his father went in to Coach Shanahan and said, hey, my son is now Peyton Manning. Well, he wasn't, because nobody's Peyton Manning. Maybe Tom Brady was Peyton Manning, or Manning was Brady. But the point is, no, that's not exactly who you are. You can throw it very well, but you need to occasionally keep him a little honest with your world-class speed. He had world-class Olympic kind of hurdler speed.
He did.
And you know the rest of the story. It was not a pretty sight, what happened to Robert Griffin. So
because he tried to be something that he wasn't, Skip.
Okay, I got it. Look, you know and I know, Lamar was gifted in a way. It's just rare. Because people make the case he's up there with Barry Sanders as in the open field, Michael Vick, whoever you want to throw in there, he's up there with any of them. He is as dangerous a breakaway runner as there is in the entire league. I don't care what position you play. And I don't want to see him not reach for that occasionally when it's called for. Again, I get it, a little more throwing, because he did win an MVP, and I kept defending him during his MVP year. He's throwing darts, man. And you can't win the MVP. You can't lead the league in touchdown passes if you can't throw. He can throw, but you don't want to abandon your gift. Just because you got paid and you say, well, I don't want to risk at all anymore.
Skip, it's almost like, Skip, how some people, they become famous or they come in something and they forget where they came from or who they were.
How did you get there?
Like, damn, I mean, I can't just forget all my roots. It's almost like he want to forget all of his roots. I'm going to throw it. So, I mean, are you going to go down and run it like 3 times a game? Or, I think the situation should dictate what you need to do.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes doesn't run, but you see, without them legs, they're not winning that Super Bowl, Skip, because he took off twice, and it changed the game.
In the previous Super Bowl season, he took off against Tennessee, and I'm like, what? How did he do that? He's rumbling and stumbling, but it works, man.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
He weighs 250-ish, but listen, Patrick, former shortstop, he's got supreme athletic ability. He can run.
I think what Lamar is hinting at, Skip, I think they're going to call more pass plays. They're going to call fewer runs, which will cause for him to run even less. He mentioned he's like, running can only take you so far, and I feel like this new era of teams and offense in the league, I feel like we need that. Coach Todd Monken, what I'm seeing in this offense so far, he's looking tremendous. So basically, we're not going to call 65, 70% runs and definitely not going to call quarterback power, quarterback ISO.
Yeah. Unless it's 3rd and short late in the game where you just know they're not going to stop Lamar.
Hey.
Yeah.
Lamar, you want to go for it? Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay, you go for it.
Exactly.
Because he is the man.
Yes.
Now, remember, their identity, back to your days there, is they run the football down your throat. That's who they are. That's been their culture.
Because they pride themselves on defense. Now, the defense is slacked a little bit, Skip. It's not like what it was in the 2000s. And, they had Ray and they had Suggs, they had Ed Reed. It's not that, but they're formidable. They need to get back on the secondary. Hump is played well last year. Marcus Peters, he hit or miss, but they re-signed Roquan Smith. Patrick Queen is there. They didn't pick up his option, so he has something to play for.
He does.
They lost Calais Campbell. So we'll see. We'll see. But you know what happens, Skip? When you pay that kind of money for a quarterback, you're no longer a defensive team. Yeah. You're an offensive team now.
Yes, I agree.
And when you do what they did offensively with OBJ and Nelson Aguilar and Zay Flowers, Skip, that's what you are now.
Okay, I got it. So here's why I would have paid Lamar every last penny that he got, and then some. Because once you get him in the heat of battle, he is one of those guys. He will do whatever is required to win the football game. So we're now in May, and he's saying, less running, more throwing. Okay, great. And that's sort of the quasi-plan right now.
Right.
Let him get into October and November, and let's see what starts happening. You know and I know what will happen when push comes to shove.
Lamar will take off on him.
If they need a play, he will take off, and he will make the play.
Yes.
And I do think, unlike RG3, who became RG me, but RG3 could not figure out how to get down. It's not that hard. The game is rigged to protect you if you give yourself up.
Well, Skip, normally quarterbacks that can slide, they don't run as fast as RG3.
No. Well, or Lamar.
Lamar, so it's kind of hard. But these guys have, Russell Wilson was good at it, but Russ played baseball. So you got to learn how can you play baseball and not know how to slide. So it was an easy thing for him.
Yeah.
So as a scrambling quarterback, a lot of them guys, John played baseball.
Yeah.
So guys that play baseball is natural. But to run as fast as RG3 and Lamar running and try to slide, man, they're going to be like a ball tumbling down the field.
Okay. But Lamar can do it. He can get down, and he has...
Get out of bounds, too. It's okay.
All that's cool. But you can't lose your complete identity because you are a devastating runner. You can take their soul away with your legs.
Right.